Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A former law clerk in a sexual assault case is granted bail, released from custody, and awaits a new trial.
Also tonight, slippery roads may have been a factor in an automobile and pedestrian accident.
And new MVA board members are brought on to help strengthen the tourism industry.
In sports, the little guys are packing their mitts and bats as they head to South Korea and represent the Marianas.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Now, who you think made this?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Oh, McDonald's! Yes!
Are you serious? You don't like Mickey D's? Okay.
Guess what? I got something special for y'all. Double dip!
Cause that nods mean people who love make crispy strips.
How you feeling now? Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
Make crispy strips, man, from Mickey D's. They here for it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on June 25 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
Bail was granted today for the release of William Abraczinskas, a former law clerk who has been in custody for months and is now preparing for a new trial.
On Monday, Judge Irawarte granted a motion for a new trial for the former law clerk who was found guilty of sexual assault by a Commonwealth jury last year. Abrainskis has been in custody, and this afternoon he is expected to be released. This week, the judge heard new testimony that could be favorable for Abrainskis, testimony that was not heard at the first trial. The Commonwealth has three choices. They can prepare for a new trial, they could dismiss the case, or they could file an appeal to the Supreme Court. They have 30 days to do that. Defense attorney Richard Miller said today that his client has signed a lease on an apartment, turned in the paperwork over to the court, and his client will be allowed out on bail this afternoon, but will remain under house arrest. He will be able to leave the apartment between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Tomorrow morning, a status conference will be held to pick potential new trial dates.
The Marianas Visitors Authority welcomed a new slate of board members today as part of its ongoing efforts to strengthen the island's tourism industry. The transition also marked the end of an era for one longtime board member. Chris Nelson reports.
It's a new chapter for the Marianas Visitors Authority. At a board meeting held this morning, the organization formally welcomed new officers and members to its board of directors while also honoring outgoing chairwoman Gloria Kanoa for her 9 years of service. Kanoa has served as a steady voice in tourism policy, helping to guide MVA through a series of challenges including pandemic recovery, airline losses, and shifting markets. Stepping into her role is the new board chairman, Warren Villagomez, who was elected today, a familiar figure in government and public service.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, fellow board members, staff, hardworking staff, MVA. This is I've been with MVA for 7 years, but and I know the challenges, and we're all collectively one-hearted and one approach. So, with this, working along with the fellow new board members as well, Joe Guerrero, Dennis, and Chris will be sworn in a few seconds. We have a lot of work to do before us, and we need to bring our thoughts and minds and bring the one goal that we need to do is to continue to fight for this economy.
Vicky Benavente is the new vice chair, and newly appointed Joe Guerrero is the secretary, and the treasurer remains Marvin De Leon Guerrero. Sworn in today as the newest board member is Dennis Sayao from Eland's Kensington Resort. Kensington is scheduled to reopen in 2 weeks. The new board has a tough task ahead of it. Tourism numbers from Japan remain just a fraction of what they used to be, and the winter outlook for flight schedules from Korea is uncertain. Meanwhile, the processing of visas for Chinese tourists remains at a standstill. The Marianas will look to rebuild its visitor numbers and reposition itself in key markets like Korea and Japan, currently in process a global branding effort that is expected to be completed by December. MVA's leadership now turns its focus towards the future, working to restore visitor confidence and strengthen the industry that drives much of the Marianas economy.
The Senate has confirmed Sixto Igasomar as the secretary for DPL, and the chamber president is now a board member for the Marianas Visitors Authority. Here's more from Capitol Hill.
John Gonzalez appears in front of the Senate body to appeal for a speedy approval of the governor's appointees.
And for all of us as members of the public, again, Sisusmasi, thank you, Olumayremi, and we stand by to witness the swift confirmation of these two esteemed individuals.
Sixto Igasomar, former senator and ex-secretary of the Department of Public Lands under Governor Ralph Torres, has been nominated to replace Teresita Santos as the new secretary of DPL. Senate President Dennis Mendiola presides.
Therefore, based on the overall assessment of Mr. Igasomar's credential, experiences, testimonies, and other relevant issues considered, the committee respectfully recommends the confirmation of Mr. Sixto Igasomar to serve as the Secretary of the Department of Public Lands.
And Joe Guerrero, board president of the Saipan Chamber of Commerce and co-owner of Naked Fish, has been nominated to join the Marianas Visitors Authority Board of Directors.
With 7 members voting yes, Standing Committee Report number 24-50 on the executive appointment of Mr. Joseph C. Guerrero is hereby adopted, therefore confirming Mr. Guerrero as a board for the Marianas Visitors Authority. Congratulations.
We have a new DPL secretary and a new member of the MVA Board of Directors, Joe Guerrero.
Yeah, it means there's a lot of work ahead for us, for the CNMI, so we're just looking forward to being a part of the board and helping in any way I can. I know one of the primary responsibilities that I've been asked by the governor is to assist with the airlift to the CNMI, air service to the CNMI, yes, which is like priority number one.
Departing board chair Gloria Kanoa has expressed that being a part of MVA often invites vocal criticism.
That's part of the territory, right? Being able to listen is very important, and listen to all stakeholders and make sure everyone's represented well, and we just sort of focus in on what we need to do and get the job done.
Lots of board members were onboarded. Palau will soon host the Pacific Mini Games. Mini doesn't mean small, it just means less sports. This year's event will have over 150 athletes, coaches, and officials just from the NMI, and this week they are headed south. NMI expected to compete for the gold in sports like baseball and beach volleyball. Let the games begin. On Monday night, the CNMI held a send-off ceremony for a delegation of 161, headed to Palau for the 2025 Pacific Mini Games. Athletes, coaches, and team managers for 11 sports events are on their way to the event that spans from June 29 to July 9. Chef de Mission Nick Gross says sending the youth out is a big part of the focus.
There's a movement towards a youth mini games, and we've got at least 45 in our delegation that are 19 and under. And what a great legacy that is of these games to introduce our young athletes to high-level regional competition. You know, there's certainly going to be some incredible competition there, but being the mini games keeps a few of the southern folks home just due to the expenses, I think, which is a great chance for them to see sort of our barriers to being able to compete in the South Pacific is seeing all the financial burden that it is to come up north and the travel and everything involved. And so I think that we're going to end up just having a really fantastic opportunity to bring home some gold medals along with some others. And I'm excited to get there and get the competitions going.
The Northern Marianas Sports Association Board, government officials, sponsors, and families were all in attendance. Jerry Tan highlights the importance of the financial support received for athletes to be able to go off-island and have the opportunity to compete.
This group here, athletes, you have to look at the group, okay? Starting with our government leaders and our business leaders, they step up. No matter how challenging the government is, how challenging their business are doing, they step up.
Gross echoes Tan in community support for the athletes.
These current economic times in the Northern Marianas are such difficult times, but I think that it's an incredible gesture on behalf of health and wellness in support of our athletes and our teams to continue to be able to compete. And this goes all the way back to our hosting of 2022 mini games, and every event since then. We've had big delegations, and you see it reflected in what's happening in our community through all sport. And so we just can't thank you enough for your continued support.
A 59-year-old man was struck by a car last night in the Chalan Kanoa area and was transported by medics to the Commonwealth Health Center. On Tuesday evening, June 24th, police say an automobile and pedestrian accident in Chalan Kanoa caused the pedestrian to be transported to CHCC in conscious but critical condition. Officers learned that the 59-year-old pedestrian was crossing the road when he was struck by a sedan driven by a 61-year-old male in the southbound lane. Though the case remains under investigation, the police state that the road conditions and visibility may have been a factor due to evening rainfall. With the rainy season approaching, DPS urges all pedestrians to cross the roads with caution.
Coming up, wellness versus illness, a key takeaway from the local hospital's population summit.
And the governor gains a right-hand man who is here to spill the tea. More news next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Hey golfers, it's Tony. Just wanted to let you know that this year's Handmade Charity Classic Golf Tournament will be on Saturday, July 26 at Lala West. You know, hole number 13. it's either a hole-in-one or a 6. Sorry guys. If you haven't registered yet, it's only $110 through July 11 plus $30 optional play. That's pretty good, huh? I may be retired, but you know, we're never too tired for golf. Oh, and thank you to all our sponsors. This year, we're supporting the Commonwealth Cancer Association. We appreciate you guys. So, don't miss the Hand Me tournament on July 26. Iwe, balesta later.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They are an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
King is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm on the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Welcome back. You're watching the Wednesday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
It's in the books. The very first Population Health Summit organized by CHCC brought valuable insight to healthcare professionals from across the Pacific.
I think someone kind of talked about it on day one, kind of this holistic approach, mind, body, and soul when it comes to public health. It's not just the programs, but also the spiritual aspect, also mental health. So those things play a role. And one great takeaway that I really enjoyed, and I'm going to remember this and I'm going to use it, and I'll always kind of acknowledge this space. We is for wellness, and I is for illness. So it takes a collective, it takes a group to be able to truly protect someone. It's not just you taking it upon yourself. Mental health definitely is something that if you continue to live in silence, you kind of go through that struggling space, but kind of identifying a collective that you can kind of connect with. And it's great kind of seeing a lot of people, like-minded people within the Pacific Islands, sharing, being vulnerable, sharing their thoughts, sharing their struggles, but also sharing opportunities.
A former candidate for Congress is now the Communications and Policy Advisor for the Palacios Administration.
As of early June, Mr. Gonzalez has assumed the role of Communications Liaison for Governor Arnold Palacios.
And so my principal mission is to be that conduit. In addition to the awesome, esteemed media partners, it's to have that direct, proactive approach from the Office of the Governor to the people. Primarily the young ones, the teenagers, the young families, the manomko, and visitors who come and visit us. What good is the work of departments if the people, number one, don't know about it, they don't hear about it, and that they can't internalize it and appreciate it and believe in it and have hope for tomorrow.
In his new role, Mr. Gonzalez intends to share bi-weekly press conferences in order to help inform the public about the activities of their representative government.
Connect with the people through the programs and the services, the infrastructure projects, and the wonderful thing, the work that every department, division, municipality are doing in order to get a better quality of life for us. And I shared the cup of tea. T for transparency, E for efficiency, and A for accountability. And that in whatever we say, think, and do, that we must relentlessly be mindful that this is the people's office, yeah? And that they deserve to know how their taxpayers are being used and how does it translate and it becomes meaningfully impactful. How do they benefit from all of these investments?
His role has been created, he says, not to replace the governor's voice, but to add to it.
So I think it's incumbent that the governor continues to be accommodating and accessible to the people. There's no best information than directly the governor himself. But in addition to that, I will also augment in between.
This position was accepted, he says, to share what is happening in government and how it affects the constituents of the CNMI.
Let me be mindful, when we're at work, I have told my staff, politics has no business in public office. We are agents of fiduciary public trust, and that we are expected, no less, to honor that public trust and to treat it with reverence and respect for the people.
Here one day and gone the next, or gone and back again. Who will we see through the double doors? Saipan International Airport welcomes in passengers from near and far and says, "See you next time" to those departing. Elmer Palacios is on his way back to San Diego. He's been out in the mainland for 17 years since leaving to serve in the Marine Corps.
I have 2 kids, so we wanted to show them around, show them to the family. We, went around the island, enjoyed the beaches around here, and then just so we get some good stuff from, with the I Love Saipan, so we get a lot of good stuff there. But and the food too. I don't want to forget the food. I always miss the empanadas, the chicken kilawin, the titizas, everything.
Being far away from the islands, this is what he misses when he's not home.
It's always family. That's one thing that I miss. Everything, even the island too. It's always good. The warm beaches, But mainly family is what I always miss.
Born and raised in the Marianas, Palacios is rooted here.
Saipan's always home for us, and it's like a good spot. Hopefully we can get more tourists coming in so they can enjoy it too.
Sheila is back from her weekend getaway in Guam.
I landed there on Friday morning. So yeah.
So kind of just to get away and things like that?
Yeah, it's been a lot. This vacation was really needed.
Although it's only her second trip to our sister island, Sheila enjoyed quality time there.
Just like spending time with my friends there. It's been a while since I've seen them, or like her in particular. So yeah. And we also went to like this island festival, EIF. So yeah, that was one hell of an experience.
Originally from Manila, Philippines, Jordvin Villamin is a fairly new resident to our islands.
Just came like 2023. Yeah. So I just go home and then that's it.
So you just went to visit family?
Visit family. Vacation.
He says he moved to Saipan to be closer to his dad, who is a longtime resident.
My dad's 20 years, and then my brother same like me. Only 2 years.
These are his plans while he's here.
For now, I'm gonna work, and then later on, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you like to say?
Half a day in Tiro.
Whether you're leaving back to the mainland after time with family, back from a quick visit with friends, or back to live life in the Marianas, adios, lalabo, and welcome home, welcome back, welcome to Saipan.
Coming up in sports, the Little Leaguers represent the CNMI as they set out to compete with the big countries. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Now flying between Saipan and Rota, Micronesian Air Connections makes island travel safe, comfortable, and easy. Our Cessna Grand Caravan seats 9, offering comfort, space, and panoramic window views. With modern safety tech and experienced pilots, your 40-minute flight is as smooth as it is scenic. Whether you're heading to Rota for a serene escape or back to Saipan for business or family, Micronesian Air Connections is the connection. Book online today at flymax.com. Fly local, fly smart, fly Micronesian Air.
Motivation isn't always easy to come by. Thankfully, there's one place that continues to ignite my willpower. This one place provides me with the knowledge and support I need to grow, so I can continue to become a better version of myself. This is where I discovered my passion, where I achieved successes that made me proud. It's home. It's where I improved my performance, seeing the opportunity in every challenge. And when doubt creeps inside, and I think about giving up, I remember the heroes who've also called this place home. And just like them, I know that every last rep is always a beginning. No matter how hard it gets, nothing can stop me. I will always come back stronger, because I'm part of a legacy.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! As the NMI team is jetting off to Palau, the CNMI Little League teams are on a soul-enriching journey to Seoul, Korea, to compete in the Little League Baseball Asia Pacific Region Tournament.
At the official send-off for our NMI athletes at the Ada Gym on Monday, there was one team wearing a different uniform than all the others. No, they are not traveling to Palau, but they are traveling. From June the 27th till July the 3rd, the CNMI Little Leaguers will be competing in the LLB Asia Pacific Region Tournament at Hwaseong Dream Park in Seoul, Korea. Jerry Tan.
Let me first recognize we have another group of athletes here, sitting up here, our Little League players.
This tiny commonwealth will be competing against squads from massively populated countries like the Philippines, China, New Zealand, as well as our sister island of Guam, among others. This will be a David versus Goliath opportunity with an entire commonwealth, wishing our junior competitors all love and luck.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, a continuing 50% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms, with occasional wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour, low temperatures of around 80 degrees. Tomorrow, Thursday, more rain, come again, with a 70% chance of numerous showers, low breezes, and high temperatures of around 86 degrees with lows of 80 degrees in the evening. The sun will set this evening at 6:50 p.m. and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:49 a.m., just in time for the flame trees all across the CNMI to cry out with utter joy, "Thank you, rain and mist and moisture, thank you for finally feeding us. We will gladly share our true colors with you, orange like the sunrise, like the fresh papaya, like the spondylus shells of the sea. And I will see you, flame trees, from the water or on the land."
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Good luck to all our NMI athletes.
We'll be watching for you in the future, and we will see you again on Friday.